What's up, man? I want to talk about Clarissa Shields. I believe she holds two titles in two different weight classes right now. Former two-time Olympic gold medalist. She's going to the PFL. It's another mixed martial arts, company, like sort of like the UFC, but you got to say a little bit of a lower tier mixed martial arts company. I'm not saying that the fighters can't fight there. It's just, as far as recognition, it's just a little lower tier. But nevertheless, she's been training with John Jones out there and Holly Holmes, working with them. And it seems like she's serious about this MMA thing. Now, two things for me: she has to get used to the smaller gloves because boxing gloves are a little bit more rangier, a little bit more wider in length, and you used to punching a certain way. For a lot portion of her career, she's used to punching at a certain distance. She has to get used to that. But I think she'll be able to adjust to that. I think she'll be fine. She has to get used to people taking her down. Now, I know she wants a super fight. She's not going there, just she not. I don't think she's gonna compete just to compete. I think she's gonna look to make enough money. Now, she did call it Amanda Nunes about a couple years ago, or last year or something like that, and it was a discrepancy of what weight they was going to fight at. I believe Amanda Nunes fight as high as 145. I believe I heard on Chael Sonnen's podcast that Clarissa Shields is competing at 155, but that's still a 10-pound difference. A lot of people say that's not a lot, but it's a lot. Especially Clarissa Shields is coming down. She's a big girl, so she's coming down in weight, but it's not a lot of money in women's boxing. To me, it's not a lot of money in boxing, period, especially women boxing. And Clarissa Shields is the biggest name in women boxing right now, and she cannot make the money that she desires to make. Now, if Layla Ali come out of retirement, the great Layla Ali come out of retirement, if she come out of retirement, that can be a big fight. But it's just not. It's not a lot of big fights there. It's not a lot of women that command, a lot of notoriety. It's not a lot of women, and it's not a lot of women in her weight division. That just speaks to it's just not a lot. It's just not enough women to compete in boxing. For her to have the fights and the money that she wants. She already came out and said that she want women to get paid on the level of men. I rebuttal that with it's called supply and demand. The supply has to be there so the demand can be there. I mean, I'm not faulting her for wanting to make the money that she thinks she deserves to make, according to the level of fighter she is. But the supply is not there, so the demand is not going to be there. I did look. I don't really look for women boxing. I'm not really a person that desires watching a lot of women boxing, but I did watch her fight Christine Hammer, and I watched her fight another fighter who she got dropped by, and she came back and won that fight. But not a whole lot of fights, man. I don't look for women. I just don't look for women boxing. But nothing against it, but I just don't really look for it. But she is looking for a super fight, I believe, with Amanda Nunes at some point. If Amanda Nunes keep winning at a certain level, or I think that's what she's doing it for. I mean, I can't see her doing it just to fight, girls where she's not gonna make a lot of money at. I think this is her, her schooling. She's gonna start at a lower, company, but the fights are not gonna be any easier. I mean, everyone knows she can box really well because everyone knows her strengths. To me, mixed martial arts, the thing that translate quicker, where you can have quicker success, is wrestling, because you can take someone down. If they good at kicking, they good at knees, they good at elbows, they good at with their hands. You can always take them down and nullify a lot of that. And she's coming in with the stand-up game, so even if a person don't have as good as hands as her, they can probably kick better than her. They can probably, elbow better than her. Throw knees better than her. Get her in a clinch. So, and kick her legs. So it's a lot of. Would she ever close the gap on Amanda Nunes? No, she would never close the gap on Amanda. Amanda Nunes been doing this for a long time. She's a Brazilian. They've been doing this. She's been training this stuff for a long time. Can she close the gap good enough to maybe have a competitive fight with Amanda Nunes? That's yet to be answered. She maybe can, but it's a lot of girls. It's a lot of girls that are not Amanda Nunes that can beat her. You know what I'm saying? By just taking her down, because she like a fish out. She's gonna be a fish out of water and then she gotta not only girls that can take you down. Now you gotta be able to defend submission holds. So that's gonna be another thing. But I'm if she compete and they show it on TV, I'll watch it to see how she her evolution and see if she can do it. I hope she can do it because it'll bring more attention to her. Bring more attention to I guess the women's side of mixed martial arts / boxing, because she does bring the boxing crowd. You know what I'm saying? She is part of that world. So let's see what happens, man. She's training. I hope she takes her time and don't rush. It seemed like she's taking her time because she's been training for a while with them. So continue taking her time and just learn. Just be open to learning. She has to be open to learning, because this is a new depth. Even the stance that she used in boxing, she's going to have to change that stance a little bit. Because she's going to defend against takedowns. She's going to have to defend against kicks. She's going to defend against a lot of things. So, like I said, she's like a fish out of water. Even though she comes with the best stand-up game, she's already gonna not stand-up game. I'm not gonna say stand-up game. She come with the best hands, in my opinion, than any woman in boxing mixed martial arts right now, as far as her credentials and things of that nature and what she can do with her hands. Now it is slightly different, like what Charles Sandler was saying on his podcast. He pointed out that the stands, like I said earlier, the stands are going to have to be different. She's going to stand slightly different. Now, would that throw off her game? Would that throw off her punching power, or how she deliver her punches? We will have to see. But hopefully she's getting a lot of sparring. She's taking it all in. She's soaking it all in. She doesn't take a whole lot things to heart if she gets taken advantage of inside the octagon, or whatever she's training in. As long as she go home, and she should be filming this stuff so she can see how her mistakes, her progression, and things of that nature. But let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out.